Welcome to the Darren Green Show, your one-stop shop for celebrity gossip, news and music, pop culture, and the latest gab on social media. Be sure that if you are watching this on YouTube to leave your thoughts in the comments. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, girl, what are we doing? Subscribe to that ZM channel, okay? And for the audio listeners, hey, how y'all doing? Be sure to rate the podcast and leave a review. We love those. We want to hear what you have to say about the show and how can it improve or what is it doing, all that good stuff. And we really have to impact these algorithms over here across all platforms and all that good stuff. So please be sure to engage. And I really want to know what you guys think. And I think that this interaction that we have, a lot of people, it's a lot of it on YouTube. We go back and forth, we have conversations because it's just like a social platform in the way that you can leave comments. It's unfortunate that it's not like that for the audio listeners. And even the We Are You Radio, speaking of We Are You Radio, happy Monday. It's Monday. It's a Monday show. I definitely have to address some things. So we didn't do a show. We haven't done a show in a couple weeks, actually. So it's been a minute since I've been on air. I did want to let you guys know, and I'm sorry I already told the on-demand listeners, but I got to say it again because for the We Are You Radio listeners, there was some technical difficulties with the last episode. I had all intentions of making an episode. I was doing a collab with somebody, and it just didn't come out right. The system that we were using that I'm paying $30 a month for, child, it dropped the ball on us, and by the time I figured out it was a problem, it was too late, and late in the day too, because it was like 8 o'clock or something like that to do a re-record and all that other stuff. So I was just like, you know what? We're just going to give you a rerun. And it just gave me time to really sit and think and do something. Like, I feel like I got a little bit of writer's block too. So it was definitely a good time for me to just focus on my focus and do what needs to be done in that way. But, you know, your boy's back and we got some things to get into. We don't got much to talk about this episode. We're just going to, you know, do some of the highlights of the week, increments of topics that was talked about this week or whatever. I had a good time. This week, okay, a little bit of an awakening. Okay, I had a little bit of an awakening. Okay, and we're going to keep everything indirect because I just need to do that. When you start noticing stuff, like you start noticing a pattern or you start noticing things as it pertains to people, places, things, whatever you want to call it. And you just start, you notice like the shift and it's just, okay, girl, I see y'all hand. I see exactly what is going on here. Be very mindful of those, I guess, feelings, intuitions or whatever you want to call it. Because it really can have these people, things in this universe that have you messed up. Okay, that's all I want to say on that. But yeah, this was definitely a week of awakening. Okay, okay. Anyway, we have a lot to get into. I'm not going to waste your time anymore. We have to talk about Tyla. Why y'all call that girl uppity African girl? We got to get into that. We also got to talk about Lil Wayne. He made his response to him not being invited to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show. We'll also talk about Diddy and how girl got another case on him, child. All that and more coming up on the Darren Green Show. All right. This is going to be a quick little episode. I'm going to let y'all know right now. It's going to be a quick little episode because I feel like when it's like Saturday, or not Saturday, but when it's the weekend, and I already covered everything on the Thursday show or covered a lot of things on the Thursday show, it becomes hard to really find topics because like we are in a deficit of like pop culture topics. Like the celebrities are not celebritying. Okay. They're not doing their problematic things. Okay. Look, okay, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe I should move my content more into politics or into something else if it's not just celebrity gossip, but it is boring. Like, okay. And then we got these blogs. The blogs is going to post 24/7. They'll post that Taylor Swift uses Colgate for toothpaste. It's like miscellaneous type of topics now. And it's just like, I don't care about this. I don't care about that. So that's why I think that's what's fueling this writer's block as well. But anyway, let's get into our first topic. I did want to talk about Tyla. Okay. Because she's been in the headlines for a little bit. You know, let me share the screen, child. Look. Okay, so let me timeline everything. Okay, so basically Wednesday evening, September 11th, many tuned into the Hollywood Stars at the 2024 MTV Video Music Awards. Okay, the night was a huge hit, but naturally, it wouldn't be an award ceremony if it wasn't a little drama or a little bit of conspiracy. Now, South African singer Tyla won Best Afrobeats for her hit Water. Okay, now coming out of the top of the nominee list with Burna Boy, Devado, Ari Star, Tim's, and Loja, I definitely feel like they should have gave it to Tim's. Just my personal opinion is I don't have nothing against Tyla, but Tim's, okay. Now, the fellow singer Holly Bailey and Lil Nas X presented Tyla with the award. However, before starting her speech, Tyla noted how heavy the Moon Man was and basically was like, hey, can one of y'all hold this? Like, she started to give that little gesture, hey, can you hold this real quick? Until Lil Nas X grabbed it and was like, okay, fine. And she did her little speech. Here's the thing. People thought that she was turning at like Holly specifically, like saying, girl, can you hold my award, please? And people thought that was shady. People had called her out on that online. And then I believe like Tyla quickly, because she's the clapback queen, she clapped the hell back and told them to shut the H up and that me and my girl Holly is cool. At the end of the day, the Moon Man was heavy. I couldn't hold it. I'm a little girl. I'm not a little girl, but she's small, petite. She ain't got her weight up. And she asked one of them to hold the award. It's not that deep. And then Holly, she responded, she was like, yeah, I love you. What's going on? Like, why they being so crazy? The reason why they're calling this girl Up and Uppity African, right? Because this YouTuber by the name of Armand Wiggins coined her the name. He made a tweet. Now let's find that tweet. He said, hey, I don't like Tyla's personality. I think someone needs to check her because she doesn't understand American culture at all. She almost gave off entitled and uppity African. I don't know how to explain it, but it's very off-putting and it's almost like she expects people to just fall to her feet. So after that, Tyla ain't waste no time, child. She changed her bio name to entitled Uppity African for a split second, and then she deleted it real soon because, you know, once people started to figure out what she was talking about, I was like, oh girl, now she responded to Armand. So she ate it. Like, she was like, all right, fine. Let me give my little get back. Y'all want to call me entitled Uppity African? Then I'll be that. And the internet was gagged. And like the internet, people were saying a lot of things. Let's discuss, right? Because I don't have much to say about this topic other than the fact that, like, girl, it was never that serious. And when I say girl was never that serious, I'm not talking about Tyla. I'm talking about all of you Black Americans that has something to say about this entire situation. Now, when I heard it, when I saw it, yeah, I thought it was she being a little dainty, she's trying to act very demure. Oh my God, like somebody hold my award. It did give a little uppity, but it's not, bitch, I'm better than you uppity. She's a cute little dainty girl that doesn't want the chivalry. You get what I'm saying? And I didn't think that was a problem. I didn't think it was that serious. And I don't want to go ahead of myself because I have everything planned of what I want to say, but I just felt like people were already upset with Tyla, okay, way before this. I don't think this is like the end all be all, or this is the main reason why people think that this girl is uppity. I think that they don't like the whole colored conversation where she called herself a colored girl and not knowing where that word came from in Black America. And I feel like even back then, and you can date back to my other episodes, because I actually had George Dagley on that episode we were talking about Tyla. I don't know why I keep calling this girl Tyla. I know a Tyla in real life, but her name is Tyla. Shout out to George. but we talked about it, and I don't remember everything I said, but I definitely felt like it was not that deep. I felt a lot of the backlash that she was getting. I'm like, okay, yeah, I can understand like where people are coming from, but Black people use color too. Like, we use the term color. It's not, people use jigaboo, people use tar. I feel like if you Black, you take the power back, take the word back. I had no idea it meant something different in Africa, but that's the thing. That was a conversation. People was upset about that. I seen Joe Budden's podcast. He was pissy about her dubbing Usher. You know how Usher likes to perform at his little shows, and some of the celebrity girls that come on, like he serenades them and dance with them. Tyla didn't want that. She when he came over, she nudged. She was like, don't touch me, this, that, and the third. Basically dancing around her, and she's like dancing away. And people felt like she was entitled with that. And then which I found so weird, that whole, I don't even want to get into Joe Budden too much, because girl, no. But like, the way he was like saying, oh my gosh, she should have played the part. But I'm just like, and then that's when the girl Jasmine, the one girl that they had on the show was like, she got a man. Like, yeah, come on, it's different. It's different over there. She is African. You gotta respect. Let me not say that. They can do whatever they want, but I'm just saying, like, there's a little bit more of a respect thing. If I got a man, I'm not I don't know what y'all got going on over here, but where we come from, that's cheating. Where we come from, that's a little bit of an infidelity. We not doing that. This ain't no Keke Palmer shit. Okay, girl. And look, if it is on some Keke Palmer shit, that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. That don't mean you a hoe. But I just feel like she is built different. And that's okay. I don't think it comes off in a way that's judgmental. It's just that I'm not this type of person that y'all want me to be. And it just is what it is. I felt like the back to the Moon Man, because they're calling it Moongate. And I have to say, because this topic also was not like, it wasn't a big deal. This part of the topic was not talked about enough. My girl, Culturally Unfiltered on TikTok, she's my mutual. Shout out to her. Let's give her a bomb. She pointed out the fact that she was actually there and she saw the optics of it all. She never even nudged at Holly to hold the award. She was looking towards Lil Nas X. Okay. And then second of all, Culturally Unfiltered brought up the fact that Chapel Rome, okay, this other artist, white artist, I should add, also has struggles holding the award while giving her speech. The girl ended up putting the award on the floor. Okay. Nobody's talking about that because it never was about Tyla being entitled. It's just that they just don't like her. And the fact that people are running with this whole uppity African thing, and I think that people just have a preconceived notion of Tyla because of their experiences with some Africans that come to this country. Because I'm not gonna lie, the uppity African persona is alive and well. Okay, and Africans are not like, there's some Africans that are not refuting that, but it is not directed properly here because that's not Tyla. That's just not who she is. And I think that there's some undertones of xenophobia. This is the same week that Trump, he just did his little debate with Kamala and over here saying that Haitians are eating cats and dogs. It's a lot of xenophobia going on this week, and it just was making me a little bit uncomfortable, and it just didn't seem right. Now, I understand that there is a rift between, I would say, Black Americans and Black people in the diaspora, like outside of America. There is a little bit of a division there, but I also think there's a little bit of entitlement because when Armand said that she's not adapted into this culture, I have to say, or she's not, what did he say? Let me go back to that post. The part where he said, let me see, where he say? He says she doesn't understand American culture at all. I'm just like, yeah, because she's from Africa. Like, she's not going to understand that she's learning. There's certain cues, there's certain social cues that she does not know. And I'm not saying that she has to change. And also, I feel like she don't have to change herself. Now, granted, she is marketing herself to Americans. That's the very reason why her song Water went viral anyway, because a lot of people were doing the viral dances to Water and all that stuff like that. So, yeah, I think that there should be some type of, she should be taking it serious. But also, I think that a lot of people they're really hard on her. They want her to be like, Tim's don't say much. Tim's don't say nothing at all. And Tim's could very much be the same way. The moment she starts to feel like, oh, like standoffish or don't, like y'all will say the same thing about her. And I think it doesn't really have to do with what they're doing. It's just the fact that they are who they are. You get what I'm saying? There are Black American artists and celebrities that act the same, that will act the same way as Tyla, and y'all don't say nothing. So I'm just like, is it really entitlement, or y'all have a problem with these groups of people that are coming into the country and making a name for themselves? It just comes off a certain way. It's a dog whistle, and it just is what it is. I was uncomfortable with the situation. Now, my opinion don't mean nothing outside of me, and it is what it is. You're gonna think how you're gonna think, but yeah, I just thought this was weird. But anyway, let's move on, honey. Let's get up out of here, child, because that's what I want to say. Since we're on the topic of the VMAs, I guess we can talk about it briefly before I get to the next big topic. What I got, honey? What I got to say about this show? Boring. Could have been better. Megan. A lot of people were talking. A lot of people. Oh, girl. A lot of people were talking, right? Her hosting she was energetic. As a host, I'll go in with talking about the VMA Awards as her hosting. I loved the little bit where she had the snake and she was paying homage to Britney Spears. This award show was more like paying homage to the VMAs that once was. Back in the day, it was very prestigious. I would say, because I don't know how it was like in early 2000s, but I definitely know the 2010s, like that whole like decade of VMA Awards, iconic. Every year, people came out looking crazy. I already said this on the podcast many podcasts ago, okay, and many more. They're not giving it. It wasn't giving. The performances were a little, they just let anybody in here now. Like, I was like, who this person? Who that person? Chapel Rome did a good performance. Katy Perry did a good performance. And also Sabrina Carpenter, despite of my past posts about her, I felt like she stole the show. She definitely grabbed my attention. She had that part where she was kissing that alien. I was like, oh, that reminded me of the Madonna and Britney Spears thing. Very cute. The winners, they gave it to Taylor. They gave it to Post Malone. They gave it to Sabrina. We got Megan that got like a award. She got to get an award. The host got to get an award. And that's another thing too. Back to Megan being the host. I think we need to stop having these artists be hosts. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I'm actually literally tired of watching an artist be a host for an award show. And when I say this, I need y'all to really take it with a grain of salt. And I'm not coming from Megan because I like Megan. I am a Megan Thee Stallion fan. But she's not a host. Okay? She's a rapper. Let her do that. Give her set. We get it, Rock Nation. That's your girl. Have her do her little set where she performs a melody of her different songs that she's been dropping. That's cool, but don't have her host. I miss when they used to have comedians. Like Kevin Hart one year. Freaking Monique. Monique was the host of BET Awards, but still, bring back these comedians. Bring them back, make them hosts. Look, pay them. Because look, at the end of the day, and quiet as it's kept, a lot of these comedians, they write their own jokes. Okay? And I'm pretty sure they wrote everything that Megan had to say. I know y'all don't want to hire these damn writers. The next VMA Awards, if it's not an artist, I'm not watching. And I'm just going to watch the highlights and then, give a rate and how I feel about it. Because it just was not giving. It was not giving. Megan's performance was cute. I will say that. Glorilla's performance was cute. The performances were cute. It was cute. But I don't know. I felt like there's been a steady decline for a long time. And I'm not even going to say the VMA Awards that Megan is hosting is bad, because let's be clear, and I'm being real honest and take it with a grain of salt, stands. The one with Nicki wasn't that good either. The two that she hosted, the one that she co-hosted, happy to see you. Glad to see you performing. That was cool. It's always interesting to see Nicki Minaj perform, and she did her little songs, and she did a song that wasn't released yet, which I love when artists do that. Other than that, it wasn't a good show. It didn't give what it's supposed to have gave. The only thing that I liked about it was that it was done in my state. It was in Newark. If that's the only thing that y'all have to offer, then no, it's not giving. And the ratings showed for itself that the ratings were not good for the previous years, and it went down with this. It was lower views with this year. It's gonna come a time where they're gonna cancel the VMA Awards, and it's gonna be a shame. But I will say this. I feel like there's a steady decline in music videos. We did talk about this on previous episodes of how, like, music videos, I want to blame Beyonce. Let's be very clear. But she set a precedent of a lot of artists not making music videos anymore. So they're either not making music videos or the music videos are not good in quality. So when the music videos is not good, it reflects on the award shows, because this is the Video Music Awards. This is about music videos. So I think that when you look at it, when you look at the awards that won, like I think Taylor Swift won for Fortnite. That's a really popular song, apparently. I don't know why, but it's a popular song. I don't know nothing about the video. Water, popular song. Seen it on TikTok, dances and all that. I never even saw that video. And it's not, I'm fine, you can call me lazy and say, oh, you're not making the effort to go on YouTube and actually look it up. But like, when music videos used to be popping, you would see clips on social media. Oh my God, did you see that new so-and-so video? Like, that shit was hot as hell. And it makes you want to go and watch it. Like, it's not like that now. It's like I'm looking at these little videos. I'm like, okay, it's cute. Like, Ice Spice came out with her Popa video. Popa was a good song. That was one of the only good songs off that damn album. I saw clips of that music video. I'm like, what the hell is this? This looked like Red Ruby the Sleaze video. And no shade to Nicki, because I know Nicki didn't want to really do a big video for that, but it looked like somebody was doing this off a phone. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Like, no one's watching that. And these are really good songs, but it's being paired with like kind of crappy videos. So I think because the videos are lacking, the music videos are lacking, that's why the award show lacked as well. It's just a lot of factors on why the VMAs is just not hitting like it used to. And it's really sad to see. We're really seeing culture, like, I wouldn't say culture, but we're seeing like music culture die. And maybe I'm just old. I'll eat that. Yep, I'm old. I'm disgruntled. I miss my old artists that I grew up with. But I just know I'm not the only generation that feels like the music that is dropping is not good. Like, it's just not good. It's not good. It's not entertaining. It's very little. And the artists that are topping the charts, like I said, I can count on my hand. Okay, Sabrina Carpenter, she's really stealing the show. She's doing her big one here. That's about it. And the ones that are good and are talented, we just did a reactionary video for Doechie's album. It was a really good album, but it's not getting the highlight. So it's just something sinister is really happening in the music industry, and it's pissing me off of my homegirl, because where the hell can you listen to music? Some good music, okay? We did bring up Taylor Swift. Speaking of Taylor, girl, watch Trump say in this on Truth Social, girl, oh, I hate Taylor Swift. Oh, poor man. Poor baby. Not you mad because she openly is endorsing Kamala. Now you hate Taylor. This man kills me. He really does. Hey, it just is what it is. Now, since we're on the music topic, I do want to also bring up the fact that, and we talked about this last episode, if y'all want to get my first thoughts on that situation, being that the Lil Wayne situation, him not being invited to do the Super Bowl halftime show, right? So basically he speaks out. And he's very disappointed, very heartbroken that he did not get to perform. Now, I'm going to read this little excerpt, and I'm also play the video, and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts. Lil Wayne is speaking out after not being selected to perform at the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show, and he's not mincing any words on this snub. Wayne took to his IG on Friday, where he spoke directly to his fans in a video, thanking them for the support over the past several years and explaining how disappointed he was in not being chosen to take the stage in the New Orleans Super Bowl. Now, Lil Wayne says that he is building the strength to address the situation without breaking. He makes his feelings clear. When he wasn't selected, it hurt a whole lot. Of course, Wayne being a NOLA native, there is nothing that he wants more than to be center stage while the whole world has the eyes on him, child. Now, Lil Wayne says that he blames himself for not being mentally prepared for this breakdown. Here's a little bit of what he actually had to say, child.
First of all, I want to say forgive me for the delay on just the delay. I want to say I had to get strength. I had to get strength enough to do this without breaking. I must say thank you. I must say thank you to every voice, every opinion, all the care, all the love and the support out there. Your words turned into arms and held me up when I tried to fall back. That hurt a lot. You know what I'm talking about? It hurt a whole lot. I blame myself for not being mentally prepared for a letdown.
Yeah, we'll stop here because I was looking at the comments and I was also looking at my notes as well, because there's just a lot of points to just be made here. And I'm going to cite the Joe Budden podcast, even though I dragged him with the other topic. It is what it is. It does sound like a pity party. We gotta say things. I gotta make a thing. Okay, it's giving pity party. Okay, it's giving very much like this one person in the comments said, you're making Kendrick's moment about you. We had several Super Bowls in NOLA. Where was this energy then? Do you get what I'm saying? It really makes no sense. Half the artists that performed at the Super Bowl, they didn't perform at their hometowns. She performed in New Orleans for her Super Bowl. It's giving pity party. I was very surprised that he even responded, because Lil Wayne just strikes me as a person that don't give a goddamn. He like it's unbothered, unfazed. At the end of the day, I can literally start touring right now, pack arenas, and make a whole bunch of money. His fans, he got the fans like that, but it's not. He just doesn't strike me as a person that really. I'm not saying didn't care, because maybe this was something. Obviously, this is like the biggest honor of the world, right? To perform at a Super Bowl. That is just like the highlight of anyone's career. So I'm not taking that away. But I have to say, come on. And I can almost just tell too, and I'm not trying to sound a certain way, girl, because he just don't seem, he doesn't seem there too. He looks bugged out. I don't know if this was like doctored or somebody was like telling him that he has to get on here and talk about this and speak on these things. But I don't know. I just thought it was very weird. It was very weird. And then also you cutting your opportunity in the future. Just because they didn't ask you now doesn't mean they ain't going to ask you in the future. I think that he got some people, and I'm not going to say no names, that really gassed him up to speak. I'm not going to say no names because it could be anybody. Y'all can fill in the blank. Everybody done spoke out about this. There's a lot of people that spoke out in support of Lil Wayne and frustration in Lil Wayne. People made comments. Girl, Nikki made a comment, child. Let's get into that, girl. Hold on. Let me tell you what she said, child. Because she had a whole essay, honey. Basically, she was like, this too shall pass, but what you have done for hip-hop culture will remain. It will stand the test of time. Many times our greatest and most dehumanizing test is just a way for God to get the glory. You were simply used in a war of egos to people who are empty inside. All they have is their temporary power. Now, every day, these wicked people are spending money to circulate the worst of you, but the Lord will nullify each and every single attempt, and not only will it return to sender, it will be replaced with the best of you. You are human. They are not and never will be perfect. I think Nikki should really be a preacher. Honestly, she definitely needs to have like her church. It's like, girl, because we are so holier than thou now. But okay, here's the thing with that too. And I know a lot of people want to blame Jay-Z, and my best friend, she loved it. She's like, I feel like you just have a little thing. You have a bias towards Jay-Z because he married to Beyonce and y'all just don't want to. Because that's what some people were saying on Twitter is, oh, a lot of people that don't want to call out Jay-Z's because it's connected to Beyonce, which I think is dumb. But anyway, here's the thing. Jay-Z manages a sector in the entertainment division when it comes to the Super Bowl. Does that mean he has the final say? No. That does not mean he has the final say. This is going to be on live TV. Millions and millions of people are going to be watching this. There's going to be a lot of kids watching. From a business standpoint, is Lil Wayne palatable enough to have this big platform, to be able to perform at this big platform? No, the answer is no. And then also, they said that the city's picked, like the city picks. So it's not just, I think it's a vote. I think what happened was Lil Wayne was considered. They did a vote. The vote wasn't in his favor. That's just basically what it was. And that's just what you got to live with that. That's your city did not pick you. But you ain't going to get no sympathy. It's the same thing Nikki said, sympathy and payola. Like it worked both ways. You cannot sit there and be like, these people are so sensitive and these people want sympathy and then y'all be wanting sympathy too. I gotta be honest. We gotta be honest. I'm just saying. No. I don't feel bad. Sorry, not sorry. Try again next year. They don't see your value now. They'll see it years later. And by the time it's years later, Jay-Z probably won't even be like head of whatever division he's ahead of with this Super Bowl shit. Okay? And maybe you'll get your time to shine. But for now, we listening to Kendrick. Kendrick is more palatable. Kendrick, I mean, I think that I did do a 180. I ain't gonna lie. I did do a 180 on my thought because I had to sit and think, okay, is Kendrick really? But he is. He's equipped for doing this. Not saying more than anybody else. Maybe perhaps Wayne could have performed. I mean, that's definitely a possibility. If that was the case, then that was the case. I don't think, I'm here nor there. But to have this little pity party and almost borderline, like it almost broke me. Like, I don't believe that. I just don't believe that. Because I believe Lil Wayne don't give a goddamn. Like, he's Lil Wayne. Boy, you had your career. You had it, but you still have it. Like, you had an amazing career. You had an amazing run that's still going on, and you're still making music. I don't know, child. But y'all will tell me what y'all think about that in the comments, and we can move on. Now, see, we do got a couple of side topics that I wanted to get into before I get to the next main topic. Now, why they saying Lil Roach, child? Lil Roach and Naomi Campbell done shaded Rihanna allegedly. Okay, because first of all, they came out with this video talking about I'ma play it, honey.
Like the other girls, we don't come with our tatas out or our chi-chis out. Very demure.
Very mindful.
Very cutesy.
She ain't know what to
Don't give
say.
too much.
Just give a little.
It's not about showing yourself. It's about showing the clothes.
Very demure.
Very cutesy.
Very mindful.
So no, they say that she was talking about Rihanna because I think it was a fashion. I think it's New York Fashion Week going on right now. I'm not sure. I'm not really hipped on the fashion stuff, child. But I think it is New York Fashion Week going on. So apparently there was this video of Rihanna walking by. I wish I had the video, but I can't find it. But there was this video of Rihanna doing her little walk around, saying hi to the people and not saying hi to Naomi Campbell. And a lot of people started speculating, was Naomi Campbell and Rihanna don't get along? This video comes out and people just think that she was talking about Rihanna because if y'all don't know, Rihanna shows the tatas. She shows that body everywhere she goes. Whether it's a fashion event or whatever the case, she's going to show that body. And rightfully so. Because you can do what you want. It's America. I don't like a judging ass bitch. And I love me some Naomi Campbell and Lil Roach. But I don't like a judging ass bitch. I'm just being honest. I'm being real honest. Now, Lil Roach done made his little response, child. He done came out with this video, child.
What's so funny to me is that in this universe of the internet and social media that y'all live in, y'all always think something has to be something. But something ain't always something. Sometimes something is just nothing. So stop trying to make nothing into something. You know what? Y'all need to get some business. Okay, I love you, bye.
I just love him. How can you not love Lil Roach? Because a lot of people was coming for him and a lot of people was coming for Naomi Campbell because they was being messy. That's just who they are. They're in this fashion world. That's, and Rihanna's quiet as it's kept. They let a lot of people in these fashion week shows now. Rihanna ain't the only one that shows skin. They could have very much been talking about somebody else. Because what I saw, Rihanna was covered up, even though she was physically covering herself up. That don't mean that she was, the only one that be wearing stuff that be a little bit too revealing. I think that this was fun. This video that Law and Naomi Campbell did was fun. It was something to be taken lightly. I think people are, like you said, child, y'all need some business. People are just so caught up and so sensitive nowadays, and it's so annoying. It is. It's really annoying. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Now, what else? Do I have anything else before I get up out of here, child? Okay, I guess we could talk about our last topic. We got to talk about Diddler, the Diddy Meister. Okay. Cause he done got a case on him again, child. I'm gonna read this little excerpt and give you guys my thoughts, child, because it's a lot. It's very extensive. So Diddy is being sued by former Dainty Kane member Dawn Richard, as y'all know. In her suit, she alleges Diddy sexually abused her. She also claims to have witnessed Diddy's abuse towards Kim Porter and Cassie. According to the suit obtained by TMZ, Dawn Richards says that she got caught in Diddy's web as a participant on his 2004 MTV show, Making the Band, with the Bad Boy CEO manipulating her by promising to advance her music singing career. She said Diddy had a particular disdain for her because she was young and excited to work with such a famous person. In 2005, the court documents say that Richard saw another of Diddy's former girlfriends, Kim Porter, crying as she left the music studio with her face all banged up. It was then Richard says that she realized Diddy was capable of violence and her life could be in danger. Now, a year later, Richard was present when Diddy first introduced Cassie, invading her space while transfixed on her in a predatory fashion. According to documents 2009, she says that she personally witnessed Diddy on some drugs and throwing Cassie against the wall, choking her and dragging her down a flight of stairs in his LA home. Okay, girl, it's a lot. Now, on other occasions, Richard says that Diddy socked Cassie in the face and wrapped his hands around her throat, attempting to strangle her inside his LA mansion. At some point, Richard says that she and others, included the Diddy Dirty Money bandmate Kalina Harper, showed their support to Cassie and advised her to leave Diddy, who found out about the conversation and threatened, in quotes, "Y'all bitches don't get in my relationship," adding, "Don't tell my blank Cassie what she need to be doing. Just make money and shut the F up. I end artists, I shelve artists, and you could be missing. You just want to die today." These are all in quotes. Girl, this is crazy. Now, meanwhile, Richard says that she too became a victim of Diddy's abuse, forcing her to rehearse 48 hours of time without sleep. As a result, she says that she dropped a lot of weight and became dehydrated and fatigued while suffering awful rashes. Now, Diddy's treatment towards Richard got worse, as she says that between 2009 and 2011, Richard said that Diddy had once barged into her dressing room while she was not wearing any clothes at his studio. She says that Diddy inappropriately touched her breasts and butt. And it just gets worse here. I was going to read a little bit more, but I just cannot, child. Now, of course, Diddy's lawyers are trying to get the case thrown out for failing to serve him properly. They're denying all wrongdoing wholeheartedly, and they say that these are implausible allegations and are completely fabricated. Okay, they're going to sit there and say that. But in most recent news, the former Diddy Dirty Money group member Kalina Harper says that she never saw Diddy abusing Cassie, despite Dawn Richards' detail in the lawsuit. Okay. So one person saying this, the other person saying that. We all know that I think that Diddy has probably had some type of an influence over Harper. Probably, definitely, possibly, right? But this is just another lawsuit. And people are inclined to believe this because, you know what? He's not settling. He's saying that this is not true, but like also he's trying to settle, which is another thing. Is if you settling, then must be some truthfulness to it. I think this is so unfortunate, and I hate to see this happen. I hate to hear that this is happening, but it is a good thing, though, that people are coming out and they're now showing the public on who Diddy really is. I don't think this is going to be, like I said with Cassie and like I said with so many more that came out, this is not going to be the last time that we hear somebody come out and say something. There was some girl that was in college that is trying to sue him. Like, it's really, the tires are hitting the pavement. And the ball is rolling, and I don't think Diddy is going to come back from this. I think that he is definitely going to try to go away. He's going to do a Russell Simmons. You know, we going to catch him somewhere in an island, child, over here freaking doing yoga and crap and all this other bull crap. A lot of the stuff is going to come out, and I don't think that we'll ever see him like get to the point where it's R. Kelly status, like you literally in jail. They also, like, his lawyers want to say this is past the statute of limitations. This happened years ago, so it doesn't mean anything now. He's going to get away with these little technicalities, unfortunately, but I feel like his name will be forever slandered. His name will forever be tainted, and that will hinder him financially when it comes to businesses and brands that he might want to work with. They're not going to work with him. And that's where I think that getting Diddy in prison or getting him caught with, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. But his influence, his impact, it won't be the same after this. It won't. That's good. I'm happy. I'm glad to see that is happening. Period. Okay. And on that note, we are done, honey. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I know I did, honey. And I will be back with the next one. Okay. See y'all later.